I'm actually back and I look so stupid and I love it. So if you haven't been keeping track, that happened. I still like Toy Story. That needs to be unequivocally clear. So if you haven't been keeping up with my life, I've basically taken a month off social media for the last month, and it was so freeing and rewarding, and I really don't know why I'm back. In all seriousness, the time away has helped me reflect, and I'm officially dubbing the next month or two as the months of experimentation. Some videos are going to be bangers, some videos are going to be flops, and I'm not going to know the difference until I've released them. One type of video that I've seen a lot of and thought I want to try that for myself is voice impressionist channels, because I'm so jealous of them. They get to show off their talent in videos and everyone loves them for it. And here I am still getting hated because I like The Last Jedi. Like, guys, it came out 2 years ago. Can we just... Okay? Only one small thing is, I can't do impressions, so I was kind of back to square one and brainstorming what are my talents, and after a while of thinking, I came to the conclusion that I don't have any talents. And just like that, it hit me. I'm really good at talking. And with that, I tweeted out, okay, so I've had a really random and probably stupid video idea, but can you guys send me some really boring discussion topics that you don't think are possible to make interesting? So welcome to I Can Make Any Topic Interesting 1, depending on how successful this video is. Different/favorite types of milk. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion here, but I am a cow milk drinker. I still drink milk on its own. Maybe that's like a disgusting thing to do, but you know, I still happily will pour myself a mug of milk and drink it. I don't think I've ever drunk goat's milk, but I have had goat's cheese once while I was in France, and it was actually quite nice. Like, there's all this stigma around it, but it was fine. I liked it. Sheep's milk? Is that a thing? Yeah, sheep's milk is a thing. I've never had sheep's milk. I can guarantee you that. You can get it in Greece, Italy, and France. Wait, feta is sheep cheese? What? From Greece, yes, I knew that. It's sheep, what? Okay, I've had feta before, so I guess I've had sheep's cheese before. That's ridiculous. Who here thought milk wasn't interesting? Why circles are round? Now, this is actually a very interesting question because there's a little thing called pie. Like, it isn't shaped like a pie in any way, it's shaped like this, but it's called pie because something to do with Greek people. Now, pi is worth 3.14159 something 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 something. I only know up to about 5 decimals. But it's actually a really interesting number because it goes on forever. And if you draw a little line and then go like this, pi times, so just a bit more than 3, you make a perfect circle. And that would be why circles are round. The spelling of the word phlegm. You think I can't make the spelling of the word phlegm interesting? The spelling of the word phlegm is perfect. Like, I don't know, I just love the word phlegm. Like, saying the word phlegm basically makes me produce phlegm. It basically makes anyone produce phlegm. Like, regardless of what language you speak, when someone says phlegm, you know what they're talking about. Like, it's basically the perfect word. You don't get a perfect word too often, but phlegm is one of them. And I've actually done a bit of research into the word phlegm, and ever since the Greek origins, it's been spelt with a PH, even though it was meaning to burn back then, but PHLEGM is the perfect spelling. Next, the weather, politics, and sports. Hi, Hazza. These are definitely very easy topics to work with, and literally, if you went on a channel called The News on your TV, if you have a TV, I'm assuming you have a TV. If you go on a channel called The News on that TV, you will find days worth of content where they literally talk about these 3 topics almost exclusively, and clearly aren't found boring because the news is popular, to my knowledge. The current state of the Luxembourgish economy and its implications for the future. Yeah, you got me. I know I've been to Luxembourg before, but I can't remember. I was very young. I hope your economy's doing good. If you're actually are you from Luxembourg? Do I have any subscribers in Luxembourg? Analytics, geography. We're going to geography. It's Luxembourg. Apply. Go on. Yo! What? I've got 4,628 views from Luxembourg in my channel's history. That's amazing. Subscribers gained. Let's have a look. No. Wow. I got 4,000 views and no subscribers. That's fine though, Luxembourg. That's fine. I'm glad there's someone out there maybe watching from Luxembourg. If you're from Luxembourg, you have to subscribe right now. I've spent way too long tending to your needs right now. An English person's perspective on the NFL. I feel like this is tendered towards me because I'm literally an English person. So, like, if you ask this to an American person, they'd have found this really challenging because how can they talk from an English person's perspective? But I don't really know what I think of the NFL. I've watched a few games before, but it's a bit long, isn't it? The games go on for like 4 hours, and they're so stop and starty. Like, they play for like 30 seconds, then you have like 4 minutes of adverts. That's just mind-boggling to me. It's really all about the adverts, if I'm honest with you. The tensile strength of a violin string compared to a guitar string. Now, I can't really claim to be an expert on this topic because I've never played the violin or the guitar. I tried to learn the guitar back when I was like 16, and I played like an hour a day for a week and then gave up when I couldn't play an F major chord. So, yeah, that's a fun story. But I imagine the violin strings are thinner and like tighter to their like structure because they play higher notes than the guitar strings, which I imagine are a bit fatter and slightly looser. Not loose in any way. If they're loose, you're doing it wrong. But like looser than the violin strings. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm talking about, if I'm truly honest with you. If a dog wore pants, would he wear them like this or like this? Okay, I've seen this meme before and it's really stupid. Firstly, can we not call trousers pants? I know that's the American word for it, but that's not what pants are to me, and I don't know. It's gonna confuse me, and I'm gonna be embarrassed one day when someone says, give me your pants, and I hand them my pants, and can we just like sort this out, America? I don't want to get embarrassed. You don't want to embarrass me. We good? But also, why would a dog cover up all 4 of their legs with their trousers? To me, that makes no sense. Because you imagine if our trousers had 4 legs in them, and we wore them like with our hands in our trousers. Can you imagine how weird we'd all look? Because that's what that dog is supposedly doing. And yeah, it's definitely the second one. And I don't know why this argument ever began and how this meme is so popular that it has resurfaced in this video in 2020. The history of sawdust. You see, I don't think sawdust has like an extensive history because it's just what's created when you're like sawing wood, right? Maybe when they made houses back in the day, they started like discovering, oh, when we saw this wood, it creates this dust. And that's probably how it came into fruition, but like it wasn't as if it was discovered. It was always something that existed. It just, yeah, fair enough. That's actually a pretty challenging topic to go into detail. Paint drying. This one has actually been suggested a lot, and I don't get why you guys think this is so uninteresting. Paint is fascinating. Like, you get a bucket of paint and you go into a room and you paint that entire room with that bucket of paint. You leave the room without the paint in the bucket. So you've left all that paint in the room. So how many buckets of paint would it take for a room to eventually just be filled with paint and there be no more room in the room because it's now covered in paint? Do you guys get what I'm saying? I bet there's a YouTube channel out there that is paint drying and has millions of views. I almost can guarantee it. Tell us about football in 2008. It's never been the same since. It was the greatest year in footballing history, but the year after Ronaldo left, and then 4 years after that Ferguson left, and yeah, it really sucks now. Toy Story. Now that's a tough one. There really isn't that much to say about Toy Story, is there? No, I'm stumped. Taxes. That's actually very topical because it's currently January and we in England, I don't know if this applies to the rest of the world, have to get our tax return done by the 31st of January. So I actually just got mine done before I started filming this. So that's just a really weird coincidence. It's fun. The flavor of water. In terms of flavor, so you've got to kind of picture hydrogen. Now, imagine if you were like breathing in hydrogen, but twice. And oxygen is kind of like the air, but the air is only like, I don't know what I'm doing here. And yeah, this is a really anticlimactic way to end this, but I just kind of ran out of interesting comments, so that last one's going to be the last one. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like. If you want me to make a part 2 I will, if you like the video, singular person that I'm talking to right now. This video has to get as many likes as it gets views. If there's one person who watches it that doesn't like it, unfortunately there's a chance I might not make part 2. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. You can go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at GormanSeamus and at seamusgorman4. And subscribe to my channel by clicking here. You can watch another video by clicking here. You can check out my Patreon here and in the description down below. Thank you to all the people who have supported me on Patreon in the last week. I've noticed a growth in the last week of people going to support, so thanks for that. And I'll see you guys next time.